When you cut to a script, it's a chicken and egg problem. You need the voice to time the edit, but the final voice comes last. So you either cut by eye, or you record a temp track on a mic. And every time the text changes, you re-record. DaVinci 21 has a solution built in: the speech generator synthetic voice. And Magic Automa brings it down to one key. Write the text in a macro, press, and the speech appears in the timeline, already in the right spot. You'll need the studio edition of DaVinci Resolve, version 21 or later, with scripting configured. We set that up in the scripting video. The action is called DaVinci Generate Speech. The yellow note, you know it by now. It works through Resolve's scripting API, no simulated clicks. The heart is the text field. The text to speak, required, one sentence or a whole paragraph. Then the voice. The voice model dropdown offers female one, male one, and custom voice, but it's an editable combo. If your version of Resolve ships models with different names, you type them right here, and the macro hands them to DaVinci as they are. Below, the fine-tuning. If you pick custom voice, you point to your own custom voice model file. Speed, variation, and pitch at 0. You let DaVinci decide with its factory values, and that's what I recommend for a scratch track. And the timecode. Leave it empty, and the voice is inserted wherever the playhead is at that moment. Extremely handy. You position yourself, hit the key, and the speech lands right there. The last checkbox says which track. We use A2, so the voice never touches the audio of the edit. Demo time. With a ready-made macro from the package, generate speech intro. Inside there's a sample text, the female one voice, and track 2. I park the playhead at the start of the timeline and press. A few seconds. Resolve is generating the voice. The time depends on the length of the text. And there it is, a brand new audio clip on A2, exactly at the playhead. Let's listen.
Welcome to this tutorial, generated entirely inside DaVinci Resolve.
A clear synthetic voice with the real timing of the text. I didn't open a panel. I didn't record a thing. I wrote the text once in the macro, and from then on it's one key. And now the real workflow. Duplicate the macro for every line of your script. Line 1, line 2, line 3. Only the text changes. You move through the timeline, one key per line, and in a minute you've got the full temp voiceover, the scratch track. You cut the pictures to the real timing of the speech, and when the script changes, and it always changes, you fix the text in the macro and regenerate that one line. Once the edit is locked, you record the real voice, drop it on another track, and mute A2. The timing is already perfect. You built the cut on speech from day one. To recap, DaVinci Generate Speech turns text into voice inside Resolve. Through scripting, it needs DaVinci 21. Text is required. The voice model comes from the dropdown or your own typing. Parameters at 0 mean the defaults, and with an empty timecode, the voice lands at the playhead. The golden use case is the scratch track, one macro per script line, and the temp voiceover generates itself, ready to be replaced by the real voice at the end. In the next video, we change scale, not clips anymore, but projects, saving and opening projects with one key without going through the project manager.